Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Crits and Grits Monday Morning Newsbreakers, a real play 5th edition suburban fantasy Dungeons and Dragons podcast set in the accursed realm of Georgia. And yes, we are Georgia's D&D podcast. I am going to keep saying that until someone legally makes me stop. With us tonight, we have Becky playing Benny. What's Benny's Facebook feed looking like this week?
This week, after the strangeness that has happened with the Halo and the vision with Tori, Benny has just posted a single emoji, and it's the one with the two swirly eyes and the wiggly mouth, where it's like, what the fuck just happened? But yeah, so that's, she's a little, tired, disoriented, ready to get the hell out of here.
And then underneath that is just something from Dr. Peter Hopkins that says, first trip?
And Benny, in all caps, has just replied, no. She does not want Dr. Hopkins making her parents think that she's out here doing drugs.
She's just throwing them at other people.
Yeah. We're just using our little cannon to, kind of fart them out at other people.
Yeah.
I believe you still have one charge left, but you're fleeing a casino an under-school casino where shit is going down right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, our lives are weird.
Beyond.
My life is a teenage hoodlum.
Next up, we have Courtney playing Brenham. What's Brenham's Facebook feed looking like right now?
Speaking of dazed and confused, so she is super into some metal bands that kind of embody what we've been experiencing lately, because it gives those kind of vibes. So she's reposting some videos from the famous Kitty Van Halen and the frog guitarist Swimmy Hendrix for all to enjoy.
I love those names so much. I'm so proud. They're so good.
Underneath is a reply from Principal Terrence Squawkins that says, I saw Swimmy Hendrix live once. Ah!
Mother.
And next up we have Yoko playing Gracia. What's Gracia's Facebook feed looking like this week?
So her quote of for right now is, there are moments that the words don't reach, suffering too terrible to name, learn to live with the unimaginable, and it's just a picture of the Toblerone crushed on the ground.
Crying emoji.
Yep.
Is that from I was gonna say, is that from the pig-based Broadway musical Spamilton?
Yes.
Underneath the image is just text from Ballistic that says, oh, is that where the free Toblerone came from? Good looking out.
Did we just roll through Spamilton and not Spam-A-Lot?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yes.
It was there.
One of these I can afford to see.
Well, but also
That's
it was
true.
It was a Hamilton quote. It was not a Monty Python quote. So.
And last but not least, we have Trevin playing Jacques the Jacques.
Hello.
I always forget that this happens. I do this to myself every time.
All it is a post in all caps that just says vindication with a gif of Shining Gundam with just punching something.
And it's not underneath this update, but it is on your wall. Something says that your school has won a free appearance from Chiquita Dave. And then the music starts blaring on your phone whenever you scroll past it, like his theme song.
Jacques is losing his absolute shit over that. And just at that post is just tagging Bull nonstop, like, it's happening, it's happening, it's happening, it's happening.
And then we pan out as you are all, fleeing the underschool casino. And as you're fleeing the underschool casino, the alarms in the school start going off, like the fire alarms, and classes start getting evacuated. And over the intercom, you hear your PE teacher saying, "Yeah, there's been a leak. It needs to be sealed off, or harm will come to the school. Evacuate." And everyone is evacuated out into the, field next to the school. And
Exit stage left.
Yeah. And as you all stand there, you don't really see anything happening to the school, but what do you do in this time period? At around this time, you see a limousine pull up and pick up a freak, because Freak has business to attend to in one of the space colonies that the astral elves live in the Feywild.
Well, there goes our ride. How the hell are we getting out of here?
Listeners, we don't have Alex this week. I apologize. He's on vacation. Tell him happy vacation if you see him.
Bet it all,
Probably
baby.
won't.
Bet it all.
So, like, all the students are outside now?
Yeah. Pretty much all the students are outside right now.
Does it seem like this is like an all-day thing?
30 seconds in, you're like, maybe this is just a normal evacuation. And then probably about a minute to 2 minutes in, it seems serious. And then students start leaving, like, okay, yeah, maybe the school is getting shut down for the day.
I mean, we don't really go to class much anyway.
I mean, I'm a senior. What's your excuse?
I took all my classes in homeschooling. It's all redundant.
Perfect. That's why we're here.
Yeah.
Yes. So Gracia is technically a senior, but also not the age of a senior. So
No, she's a sophomore, but she just takes the tests and doesn't actually do anything because she did it like 2 years ago.
Redundancy.
there you go. Yeah.
She just takes
Yay.
the test randomly.
Yay, public school system.
College.
Not that I did that
preparatory
exact. Yep. I went to an AP the first 2 years and then a normal school the second 2. And I was like, cool, I did this already.
I feel like senior year is just take electives that you want to take because you've already taken all the ones you needed. So you're done.
Sleep. Be the teacher's assistant and you just sleep through class.
Mhm.
The good old days.
You mean what Benny does with Dr. Hopkins?
Yep.
It's like,
That's half
Yeah.
of Benny's, I imagine.
yeah, basically.
I just stayed in French for my electives French and band, because French, we had parties all the time because we were just great at learning French. So it's like,
Laissez de bon temps brûlé.
Just say whatever you're eating in French. That counts.
but now I don't remember a single word
It's
of
like-
French.
Joyeux anniversaire, motherfuckers.
Perfect.
I just know that the word for party sounds like fete, like Boba Fett. So I thought that was cool.
Which is funny
Yeah.
because the verb for farting is pet. Or like, yeah.
French is whack.
French is hilarious.
I'm odd.
But like out in the field, you hear Dr. Peter Hopkins like, "Oh man, my DVDs are in there."
Do you think this school's gonna blow up? Like, are you that worried about it?
Like, what do you know that's going on? You should have the inside scoop. You're a teacher.
What did they tell you?
I don't know. Principal usually makes that announcement, but I guess he's not here today.
Yeah, I think he told me he was going to be out of town for a few days.
Who made the announcement?
Oh, well, that was the PE teacher, Coach Dan.
Is he like the second in command? Is that the ranking of teachers?
Our school's second in command.
Yeah,
That's
we're
why none of
all
us go to
in-
class.
We're all in very big trouble.
He's kind of got that commanding sounding voice, so I guess that's why he stepped in and did the announcement. Also handles the discipline here in the school, and coaches all of the sports.
He can confirm.
Where is he now?
I guess he's helping evacuate or seal. I don't know, man.
What if we do you know what they meant by leak that had to be sealed up?
He's one of the older model Warforged, so sometimes his circuits get a little I don't know how to explain it because I don't want to like talk down about the guy because he's a Warforged, but is he really all that sentient?
Ooh, that's
Creature makes a face at that.
that's
Well,
Like,
I mean, what I'm trying to say is I have
Says
met a lot of
Hopkins.
I have met a lot of Warforged in my life that are in fact sentient. These older models sometimes you can override some of the things they think, and is that really sentience?
you would think somebody with your tenure would have closer to the higher up seniority of the school.
And you see him just like rubbing little aboleth nuts on his gums. What were you saying?
Right. Never mind.
I don't think he wants that kind of responsibility.
Benny is just gonna facepalm at that. Like,
What? Why are you making that face at me?
How do you afford all those aboleth nuts on a teacher's fucking salary?
You ever see Breaking Bad?
Oh no.
That explains a lot.
I am the danger, Jacques.
That explains too much. I have
I
gone too
assumed-
far.
I assumed that he was retired from another job and receiving pension or something, and then also working as a teacher, so he's basically double dipping. But yeah, that actually makes a lot more sense.
Right. So what if I look in the window?
While you're looking in the window, Dr. Peter Hopkins puts on like the same hat Heisenberg wears and walks off into the sunset.
Oh, that's
Just zips up
terrifying.
his wee little hazmat suit, pops off.
Oh, a wee little hazmat suit.
Oh boy.
Well,
oh,
kids, I'm off to cook some meth.
boy.
And as he's walking away, you just hear him say, I can always buy the DVDs again on Sears. I forgot that Sears is our Amazon.
Again, it could just, if we ever chose to go back to glizzy-based technology, it could just be Amazon.
I really want to bring back glizzy-based technology, but I don't think this is the universe for it. I think we got to like, wait a whole universe. Like, after Friday Night Lights and Monday Morning Newsbreakers is wrapped up, we do a new universe. And there's just so much glizzy tech.
All ham-based technology.
Yes. All hams on deck.
Oh.
Okay, anyway.
Brennan, when you look in the window, you just see like students evacuating, few teachers rounding up students to make sure school's being evacuated. And you see them putting like the yellow caution tape over the doors to the bathrooms that had the casino.
I'm gonna pull out my phone and start live streaming and then try and ask a teacher what's going on.
You just come across a random teacher as they're leaving the building, and what do you ask them?
Can you tell me what's going on? I think we have a right to know.
Yeah, Coach Dan says there's some sort of leak in there, so
What kind of leak?
he just said leak. I don't know if it was like metaphorical or an actual leak. Guy's a little off his rocker sometimes, but we don't want.
Gas leak, information leak, too much pee-pee in the bathroom leak, like
The plants? Like someone's growing leeks?
is there a sudden epidemic of wild onions just growing inside of the
Oh, I could make soup.
Yeah, you could. That would be really tasty actually. Some fringe onion
Yeah.
soup. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we could help.
Look, we really just don't want to upset the guy, and just in case he is right, we just get everyone out and we get to take the day off.
So wait. You're not sure and you're just gonna humor him and interrupt everyone's school day, everyone's learning because you just don't want to like bother the guy? And she pulls out a notebook and is like clearly gonna take notes on this.
East went high.
He just like slowly takes the notebook out of your hand, writes something in it, gives it back closed, and walks away into the sunset.
Say hi to Dr. Peter Hopkins for us.
They all just go that way? Like, is all the teachers' homes only in that direction?
No, Sunset's a bar. They walked into the sunset.
Oh, that makes sense.
Oh.
Yeah, I would drink if I was a teacher too. That makes sense. I understand.
Roll a DC-3 dexterity save to avoid the stampede of teachers heading to the
Into
sunset.
the sunset.
Dexterity save?
Dexterity save.
Barely made it.
Got a 5.
16.
Oh wait, what are we rolling? I'm sorry.
Dex save. You just gotta
Dex
beat a
save.
3.
Okay.
Oh, okay,
I mean,
cool.
I have a +5 to dexterity.
Yeah.
So
Like there's just a bunch of teachers.
yeah, that's a
leaving
dirty 20. I rolled a 12. Like,
You can avoid the old timers easily.
yeah.
You find that one path straight through the teachers where you don't get like within 6 inches of anyone.
Just kind of matrix my way through there. Just backbending under somebody's arm, jumping and rolling over Dr. Hopkins.
You see a new Vigilant Eye Security van roll up, and you see 2 half-elves step out in the Vigilant Eye Security uniform.
Great, they're adding more to here. Isn't one of you guys enough?
I mean, are we even sure there's one anymore? Or was one?
She was alive
Now-
when I left her.
Okay.
You see the 2 Vigilant Eye Security half-elves step out, and they are very famous streamers. They are twins. One has long blonde hair and blue eyes, and she has like a little hair clip that looks like mech pieces sticking out of her hair. And the other is a male, like shorter, scruffy blonde hair, blue eyes. And they are the famous Twitch streamers Logan Plays and Arya Slays.
Oh, I hate them already.
Same. Like, especially, they both have little shit energy. And I'm like, oh, I immediately want to kick their asses.
Are they even old enough to be out from school? Like, are they still students too?
They get celebrity exemption. You know the way it goes.
Well, if you know anything about streamers, you'll know that they're like in their early 20s.
Hey,
Yeah, they still have a little shit energy.
Little shit energy.
Yep.
And Logan speaks up and says, I believe it's time we escort you off campus.
where's your buddy Amy?
We don't speak of disgraces here.
Damn.
Damn.
Oh,
Hey,
I'm
we have the right
jealous.
to stay here. We're from the newspaper and there's freedom of press, so you can't make us leave if we're working on a story.
bingo.
Does anyone in our group besides Refreak drive?
I can drive.
I drive Amy crazy.
Well, reason I'm asking is because, like, do we have to be escorted by them off of the school premises? Can we not just, like, leave and go wherever we want to instead of, like,
Yes, we can.
yeah.
Yeah, you can bounce and go wherever you want to. You actually see Dr. Peter Hopkins sneak back into the school behind them and then wander out with pieces of Amy's mech.
It's a secret tool that'll help us later. But yeah, Benny is gonna turn to Brenham and ask, hey, you've got a car, right?
Yeah, are we about to leave?
Do you mind giving me a ride? I'll pay you for gas.
Are you just going home?
Unless you guys wanted to go somewhere else. I mean, I'm down to go wherever. It's one of those, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. kind of moments.
Yeah.
What if we found like suits and then went back into school without them noticing to get the story?
Yeah, maybe we leave for now and come back in a little bit. Like circle back.
I might have to see about finding some kind of magic item that allows me to disguise myself because Benny is going to kind of tug on, just mess with their ears a little bit and be like, these are not going to hide very easily. So
In a hazmat suit?
Well, in a hazmat suit, they'll just stick up. Like they'll just
Where do we get hazmat suits?
Costume store.
from the has-been.
Dr. Hopkins took off that way.
Into the sunset.
We're not allowed to go into the sunset.
Sunset
no.
costumes. It's sunset costumes over on Peachtree Boulevard.
Wow.
Everything is Peachtree.
Yes.
Covington
That's why I
is
was like-
so far from the Peachtree madness.
I mean, there's that big gun store, right?
Yeah, we do have a gun store.
Yeah, it's
I mean-
a warehouse that's like, an amusement park for people of the sort.
Regardless of which state you're entering South Carolina from, between like Georgia and North Carolina, there's just a giant facade for a fireworks stand right past the border. So,
Yep.
like, it's not much better than the giant gun store.
Same energy.
There, or
There's this old fire station that they converted into a fireworks store in Covington.
If that doesn't tell you everything you need to know about America, I don't know what does. Why put out fires when we could cause more of them with explosives?
They moved to a new and better station. This was like this old dump of a fire station that they converted into a fireworks store.
Gotcha.
job security.
Yeah.
But what is the party doing?
Okay, so if we should get hazmat suits or something just in case there is a real leak. And then who's in for sneaking back in to get the story?
Me,
I'm
I
in.
am.
Yeah,
You really
Okay.
underestimate how badly I don't want to go home.
that's fair. Same.
Let's go.
Hey.
I
Transformation sequence.
imagine I have some sort of convertible, so 1, 2, 3. It will all fit. It'll be fine.
I'm small.
Perfect. So of those options, I feel like the one that's most likely to find gear that we might need might be some sort of survival warehouse, gun warehouse type thing.
Army
Which I think
surplus
we can-
store, perhaps?
Yeah, army surplus
Yeah.
store, something like
Yeah.
that. So we're going to go to a store such as that.
All right. So yeah, you just pull up to an army surplus store, and there is a dude in like a similar power suit to what Amy was wearing, but this one is more customized behind the counter. So this one looks like it may have been home custom made by an expert.
Can we have like an 80s montage of us running around the store and laughing and picking out items?
Someone pulls out an old recorder for it.
Hey kids, no running in the gun store.
Benny is gonna skitter up the wall. Say like this is
Get down.
Running up that cab.
No. You're all banned.
you can't ban me if you can't catch me.
Oh, that sounds like a challenge.
He reaches behind the counter and pulls out a can of spray.
Is it like pepper spray, like bear mace or some shit?
We can do this the easy way or the demeaning way. It's your choice.
That shit hurts. I think we should go.
I think that we should not leave. We should just sing him to sleep with our new microphones.
Okay.
Let's sing
Or
him a
do we-
lullaby.
Do we have the newsbreaker with us? Did we bring him out?
What did it fit in the convertible?
Violence is not always the answer.
No,
we have
the question
time.
answers
No,
yes.
no, I wasn't going to use violence. We have aboleth nuts loaded in the newsbreaker still.
Just trade him drugs for guns.
Yeah,
That's the American thing to do, right?
exactly.
Yes.
I like how earlier I was talking about how the twins have like such little shit energy. No one has more little shit energy than Benny.
I do
Takes
kinda
one to
like
know one.
the idea of
It
us
does.
rolling down the road in a car and then it just following us.
It tries its best.
Yeah. We're
Aw.
I feel like it would probably show up maybe 30 minutes later.
Depends on traffic. It
It's
might have
not
kept
that
up.
big.
Or I guess that we could also just give the plot device that Dr. Peter Hopkins took it back in there with him, or took it out whenever he got the parts from Amy's mech or something like that. Like,
Yeah, he's turbocharging the engine for you now.
yeah.
Okay.
It was not just left in the underground casino. That's the main thing I'm concerned about.
Yeah, no, it wasn't just left in the underground casino.
Yeah.
Thank fuck, because that sounds like
Mm-hmm.
But you see the guy like pull on the spray bottle, and it's just like a little spray of water hits you.
wow, that's
And
demeaning.
No.
Betty is gonna kind of like the hair on the back of her neck is gonna raise up, and she's gonna hiss and kind of swat at him.
I told you we could do this the easy way or the demeaning way. You chose the demeaning way by standing out there.
How far does this water spray reach, and how tall are the ceilings? Because
This
I'm
was on
like,
you.
Lord.
Think of like those misters from like theme parks, but with more range.
so it's like a military grade super soaker. Got it.
Yeah, this guy's in a army surplus.
So I want to pull Gracia behind like the one of the things holding items so that we're covered and say, you want to do this lullaby?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let's do it.
This can't go.
Like,
bad.
imagine we're inside of a clothing rack, and when we decide to start, we just swish the clothing to the two sides of us, like
And it sparkles.
a curtain opening. Yeah.
I do have a question too after y'all are done with your lullaby. Do the lullaby first, and then I'm gonna ask.
Okay. It is a con save.
And what does he have to beat?
So it says who fail a Constitution
plus-
save. So is it R?
10 plus users charisma modifier.
Yep, 10 plus the user's charisma modifier.
So for me, that's a 14.
Your charisma modifier is a 14.
No, sorry, 4 plus 10, so 14 total.
Oh, okay. And then if I'm also doing it, is it just like I can add 1 or 2? Like, is that how that works?
If you do it, it would be a separate roll.
Okay, so he would just have to roll twice.
Yeah.
So maybe Brenham does it, and I'll just I won't use the thing. I'll perform in the back to maybe give her advantage. Like I'll be a backup singer.
Well, that's what I was
but not
saying,
use
is
the-
if it was advantage, but like, I guess it doesn't matter if he rolls twice or we'd have advantage because he's still rolling twice, right?
I suppose so, but he'll be rolling against different numbers potentially.
Yeah, but your number's 1 higher than mine.
Cool. So I will go.
Yes.
I guess.
Yeah, and keep in mind that once you do use that charge, that is the charge of the microphone for the day.
Okay.
For the day. I mean, it's after school now.
I mean, there's other uses for this, right?
What trouble could we get into after school?
All right, so I will roll that con save. And that's an 11.
Nap time.
Okay, so we fail. So then we can just take what we want. I'm gonna throw some money on the counter and then we'll get out of here.
Hell yeah. I also wanted to ask Gary, is this one of those places that has like the beams running across the ceiling that has like certain decorative pieces hanging from it?
Yes, but
Okay.
I would also like you all to roll a perception check for me.
Ooh.
It's my best skill with a +1 added to it.
Oh yeah.
11.
Hey,
I got 22.
I got
Nice.
24.
We're percepting.
Perceptive as fuck.
And Gracia, what did you roll?
Oh, 16.
16? So, Brenham and Benny, before you start looting the place, the thing that you two notice is this army surplus store, this guy is paranoid because it is loaded with security. cameras.
I didn't say I wasn't going to pay for it.
She said she was going to put money. Well, I guess it's on security cameras, but we take this stuff and leave money.
I mean, he's asleep on the job. That's on him.
Can I just roll a stealth check and try to be sneaky? And
It really does seem like a problem to fall asleep with this many guns around. I mean, I think there should be probably something against him.
I think he would get in a lot more trouble than we would.
As long as we don't take guns.
Yeah, we shouldn't take guns. That's illegal.
That's a bigger problem.
Yeah, I was about to ask, what is our alignments, y'all?
Benny is
Not
neutral.
taking guns.
Yeah. I would describe Benny probably as being basically like true neutral. She is ambivalent towards everything.
I'm
True neutral with
good.
little shit energy.
What was that?
Chaotic
neutral
True
with-
neutral.
Oh yeah. With a little shit energy, yes.
Yeah.
Um,
All right. So just give me a luck roll so we know about how much cash you have on you. Like, you roll a 20, you are able to put down enough cash for high-end stuff that you're grabbing. One, maybe like a couple very small things.
What are we rolling?
You're just gonna roll a straight d20.
Can she add?
This is deciding
Can
how
bardic
much.
inspiration be added?
I wouldn't say bardic could be added with this one. This one is just like a luck check to determine like how much cash you left the house with.
I rolled a 13. Can I try to be stealthy and sneak around the cameras?
With the 13, you can try stealth. You probably won't know how stealthy you did, but
Well, I rolled a 26 on my stealth check.
26 for the stealth.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like with a 26, you are confident that you were not being spotted by the cameras.
But I won't actually know unless like dude comes after us later is like, "Hey, you took my shit." Like
That's a future us problem.
that's true.
With a 26, you feel confident that there are other more pressing matters on the cameras. You're not like of major importance to anyone looking through that right now.
Gotcha. Because I was going to ask if there were any like helmets hanging from the beams at the top.
Yeah, there's probably like a couple.
Hell yeah, because Benny was going to like swipe a helmet from up there.
Okay, you take a helmet. And then what else is the party taking?
Hazmat suits and masks for everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just gonna get a gas mask.
I wasn't
Stay
planning
on
on
task.
armed robbery.
It's not armed. We didn't hold him up. He threatened me with a spray bottle. You saw it.
He fell asleep all on his own.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's not armed robbery. It's very gentle robbery, actually.
Lullaby. Well,
He's-
and we're paying for it. We're still paying for it. It's not robbery.
And he's a paranoid man. He looks like he doesn't sleep well. Like he probably
I
could
actually
use the
think this
nap.
in the end.
I planned on paying for it. So,
Yeah.
And then also I can leave him some coupons for my affiliates so he can buy new clothes.
Be careful with that though, because he might trace it back to you.
Not if it's for like the other people and it doesn't have my name on it.
Okay, if it doesn't have your name on it, then yeah, leave him the coupon.
He might trace it back to them.
Yeah, true.
Nobody would put me there. They wouldn't, you know. It's worth mentioning that I'm lucky, by the way. That's one of my traits.
Good.
All right. So you said you were all going to try to come back to the school. And I'm guessing the first place you all want to check is the bathrooms, right? And then was there anything else at the surplus store before?
Yeah, I don't think so because
Nope.
like we got the hazmat suits, we got masks to cover our faces, and I got a helmet to cover my ears. So
I mean, if they have them, maybe a couple of those little bottles to put samples in if we find anything.
Oh, Gracia wants to grab 2 extra in case we run into Tori and Valerie.
Are there
And
any
they
health
need 'em.
potions?
Just like gas masks.
yeah.
there probably aren't health potions in the surplus store. I wasn't really counting on doing money for the campaign. That's why I had the little section with the gambling in the casino.
Right.
I feel like as long as we're reasonable.
Yeah.
We'll say that everyone gets a health potion.
Hell yeah.
Now, like having this health
Oh,
potion
yeah.
and using the health potion will not count against you in any way. I will guarantee that as a DM. Like, it's not going to come back as some plot point later. Other items you may have acquired during this
Heist?
Question mark?
Fall asleep
Yeah.
and we love money.
Yeah, but that's also the same as being like,
Hey, did you ever play the Walking Dead Telltale game?
no, I haven't.
Basically, you're hunted down by somebody you take items from that end up his family getting killed, and that's
Oh.
he hunts you down for the
Yeah.
entire game. And you're like, oh, these are my actions following me.
Gary, I did have one more question about the surplus store. Do they
Yes.
have like bear mace?
I'm gonna say they don't. I'm gonna say it's like mostly guns and then like the hazmat suits and masks. Like,
All right, fine.
It's a
I'm like-
surplus store, not a fucking whatchamacall, a sporting goods store.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we got time. We could swing by a sporting goods store. But also, like, it would be funny if Jacques got turnabout's fair play on Amy. It's like, it is I who has the base now. Psst.
Objection.
No, I'm honestly thinking Jacques feeling good about that fight. So
Mhm.
he's not looking for any more shit.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, not even just a teeny little tear gas grenade as a treat.
Oh, that would go good in the fucking newsbreaker.
Yeah. It would go right in the newsbreaker, or you could even just use it as like a literal smoke screen, and since we have gas masks, it wouldn't affect us. There's all kinds of fun things you can
I
do
hear
with that.
Gary shaking his head with his hands in his face in his hands.
yeah, I didn't think the war crimes would come about in this campaign. You all decide to go back to the school and sneak in towards the bathrooms. You're wearing your hazmat suits and mask, and down the hallway, you see a strange sight. Not only do you see the new twin security guards for your school, but you also see your PE coach not one, but 4 times standing there.
Huh.
I definitely didn't take drugs.
Same.
They haven't spotted you yet, and the PE coach is just broing out with himself. He is a Warforged, and in this world, Warforged are probably closer aligned to like cyborgs or androids. Probably closer to androids.
I thought you were about to say associated with Chads, and I was just expecting a group of Giga Chads.
I was thinking you was
Just-
going to say jocks. Yeah.
It's just all Chad from Bleach. There's just 4 of them standing there.
But a lot of Warforged are produced by Sears, and this is an older model that was produced by Sears that goes by the name D4N1801. But most people just call him Coach Dan.
Right.
But he was an older model of Warforged that was made like for lonely dude bros to like have a dude bro to hang out with. So it was kind of a like misogynistic 80s macho robot.
He's the Terminator. Got it.
It was a brobot.
It was a robot, yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
Where are we seeing them?
The twins are standing in front of the bathroom doors, like with the yellow tape in front of it, and the 4 coaches are standing there with him, or with the twins.
I mean, if there's one thing I'm good at, it's skittering up the walls and staying out of sight. So I could very much do that. Yeah. Well, and I'm thinking if I could sneak in and like if we had something that we could like use to get the drop on him, basically. Then
I
we could.
want you to roll me an insight check.
Okay.
I would like
Hey,
to do that.
my best checks.
No, the
Oh,
entire
no.
group, insight for everyone.
Actually, wait a minute. I forgot. I have a
You're a
trait.
fucker.
Let me see.
Yeah, no, I have
Oh.
advantage, and I still rolled a 4 on both of them.
Okay. Gary, I also remembered I have a trait called Ear for Deceit. It says whenever you make an insight check to determine whether a creature is lying, treat a roll of 7 or lower on the d20 as an 8.
All right. This is less of a like, are they lying check and more of a vibe check.
Okay.
Like the general vibe of what it feels like over in that area.
Gotcha.
So we have the 4 from Brenham. We have a 16 from Gracia. 15 from Jacques. Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
10 from Courtney. Or 10
Yeah, it's a 10 total.
Brenham.
I just rolled a 4 both times.
Yeah, and I got a 5.
And a 5 from Penny.
Yeah, unless you let me use my thing. But
Gracia, Jacques, the two of you have this overwhelming feeling that compared to these two, Amy was a joke.
I mean,
And
I
compared
already thought
to-
of her as a joke.
Compared to these two and the 4 coaches standing there, this may be an overwhelming threat at the moment. As a team, you took down Amy, but this is 6 people, probably way stronger than Amy.
Their competence level is higher.
Not a negative. Got it.
So, stealth may be the best approach to this, or like finding some way to get in, find out what you want to find out, and get out, or maybe seeing if you should check other areas of the school. These are all valid options.
What room is next to the bathrooms?
The auditorium is next to the bathrooms.
And they're blocking both bathrooms.
Yes, they're standing in front of both bathrooms. And then at the end of the hallway, the coaches are just like standing there.
How far away is Peter Hopkins' lab from the bathroom?
If you run in the opposite direction, you can get there no trouble. No one noticing you.
So if there was a loud explosion coming from his lab, it would be heard from this position?
More than likely.
Well, I suppose if nobody's going to get hurt, I see where you're going with this.
We could also look around the principal's office, see if there's maybe anything about the new, since he's not here, anything about the new vending machines or anything like that.
mm-hmm. I'm inclined to go see Dr. Peter Hopkins because there's also the matter of analyzing what's in the snacks and confirming that what's in the vending machines is actually causing the halo side effects. So there's a couple things we can do, but we cannot get to the bathrooms right now. Is what it seems.
Yeah, I don't think they would pull all 6 of them, but
If you can find a way to pull all 6 of them, then
we'd have an easier time sneaking past a lower number of them if we can at least pull away some of them.
Mm-hmm. We could. Oh, the cafeteria. What if we used one of the burners in the cafeteria to make caramel? Like, just leave a can of condensed milk on one of the burners, wait until it explodes.
That's very specific.
It's something that has happened before, so like, but they haven't been here to see it. So,
Benny, as that idea comes to you, you also remember that there are hot plates in Dr. Peter Hopkins' lab. Hot plates that can be
True.
plugged into outlets throughout the school.
that is true. Okay,
Multiple explosions across
Multiple-
the school.
multiple
Different
condensed milk
directions.
caramel explosions. Yes.
If they're in different directions, they would have to split off, right?
Yep. Exactly. So, and the thing is, it does take them a little while to get heated up. So, what we could do is start all the hot plates with the condensed milk and then basically hide in a room that's closer to the bathrooms.
And then
So
just
when
wait.
when all those go off, they'll go running after them and
A big
scatter, and then
boom.
we can. What was that?
A big boom.
A big boom, exactly. So I also wonder if in the cafeteria they would have like just gigantic cans of condensed milk that would make an even bigger explosion.
I bet they
I'm
would.
sure, because doesn't Peter Hopkins' daughter work in the cafeteria? Wouldn't she lock that shit up knowing her dad?
It's his granddaughter. But you have a rogue.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Locks seem like a minimal issue, all things considered.
Yes.
There's the lock, or potential lock, on the condensed milk, but there is also the principal's office that someone mentioned wanting to check out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
Mhm,
let's do the thing and split the party.
mhm.
We
Let's
have our
split up, gang.
Bluetooth headphones.
Well,
All right.
Snacks.
the only question that I do have, though, is would the principal's office be locked, or does anybody have a key to it?
We have
Would
a
I know
rogue.
if he generally does that? Like if he generally locks it or what his habits are, since I get called there fairly regularly for, him to check on me?
He generally locks his office.
Okay. Yeah, it would be locked, I think.
Because basically, I would need to be in two places at once if that's the case, because I'd have to pick the lock on his office and also pick the lock on the condensed milk.
Well, no, because we could all go to the office and you could
Oh, yeah.
unlock the door, and then
Okay.
maybe you and Jacques could go to the cafeteria, and me and Gracia can look around the office while you guys set stuff up.
Okay, that
Sounds like a plan.
that works.
A plan.
Yeah, a plan. We also will need to stop by Peter Hopkins' lab and grab the hot
The
plates.
burner. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Let's
What is-
make the explosion in the front desk, though, not the principal's office, because he's nice, but the lady in front's not as nice.
yeah,
Okay.
no, yeah, we'll make sure to not mess up the principal's office. What is this room to the south of us, Gary?
Oh, that is like a little area that leads into the auditorium.
Okay, gotcha.
So yeah, like there's another door behind that leads into the auditorium. So
Okay.
it's a little pocket.
Yeah. But I'm also wondering if it's enough of a pocket that if we tried to hide there, if we would be spotted as they were running past.
Well,
So-
the doors to the left and right inside that room and one adjacent to it also lead into like the area where you control the lights and stuff for the auditorium.
Oh, okay. So yeah, basically there's an appropriate hidey hole like right there.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, so to the principal's office.
All right. I'm not really gonna do maps for the principal's office in the cafeteria. We're gonna do theater of the mind for this because this session went a totally different way than I expected.
I imagine.
And they go home, and the next day, and we're like, no bed, no home.
Yeah, I thought the students were gonna go home, so I was like, well, I gotta riff this.
But there was a
Army surplus
story.
store off the top of my head.
You're like, here's a story. You guys are going home, right? No.
No, not when there is mischief to be had.
We're
Mischief
choosing to
and
be competent
intrigue.
for a change.
I would imagine that Paul and Skate are not on duty tonight. They're probably like doing some work for the item shop that they work for. Paul and Skate are from the other series, and they are your nighttime security guard for the school to make sure, no sick fucks break in and steal school trophies again.
Who does that, man? Super fucking weirdos.
Okay, so I'm gonna say that, like, you can roll for lockpicking on the principal's office, or you can take some extra time to guarantee that it unlocks right away.
You said what would I need to roll to see if I could unlock it quicker?
To unlock it quicker, 15.
On what stat?
Sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand. Okay.
And you're proficient in lock picking, right?
What a question.
Or
Let me
proficient with thieves tools. If you are,
yes. Yes, I am proficient with these tools.
Okay, go ahead and add your proficiency modifier.
Okay. Where would I find that? +3. So I rolled like doo-doo on my sleight of hand. Could I say because it's a fairly common lock on a door, could I roll at advantage?
I mean, if not, we're just gonna.
Yeah,
You should let her unlock it because we're just gonna smash the door otherwise.
I was gonna say,
Right.
I was gonna say, without the advantage, it would, if you failed the check, it would still take a bit of time to open it. You'd still get it open, but
Yeah.
maybe it would, cut some time away from whatever's going on.
We're just ever so slightly less impressed if you don't do it quick.
Yeah. So with advantage and with my proficiency bonus, that would be a 16. So I just
16?
pass it.
Yeah,
It's dark, so I fumble a bit at first.
Yeah, at first you're like, oh, wait, no, I remember this video on Facebook about picking locks. Here we go. Click. And
Yay. Hey, Bunimus. Okay, so that's open. So Brenham and Gracia, y'all are planning to investigate the principal's office, right?
Yep.
And then me and Jacques, it's time to go be a couple little scamps and steal some condensed milk from the cafeteria fridge.
Hell yeah.
All right, Gracia, Brenham, roll me investigation checks and tell me what you're looking for. Like what you're trying to investigate in the principal's office.
23. I'm looking for any vendor relationship kind of thing. So either the security vendor contracts or the snack food vendor contracts.
Okay. Yeah, you do find a couple of those in the office.
I was just gonna look for anything that looks out of place or where you might hide something, but I only rolled a 6. Not great.
A 6, you find a bowl of candy on his desk.
Neat.
There were those
It's a caramel.
They're not even like the good word. Well, actually, the green apple Werther's originals are pretty good, and he does have those on his desk. He's a man of refined taste.
I feel like it makes sense. Gracia's been in here more often.
For as much of a bad rap as Werther's original gets for being old people candy, it is tasty.
Yeah, I will die on this hill. I'll accept the fact that I'm an old man if it means I get to enjoy Werther's originals.
They also have ones that have like coffee flavor in them now too.
I know. Or have you had the caramel apple one?
I can't remember if I have or not. I've definitely seen them.
That one's the best one.
That one fucking slaps.
Hey, not a sponsor, but if Werther's is listening.
Werther's. So, sponsorship so far, Werther's Original and Toblerone.
Yep. Because we know they're listening.
Give us money. Give us money. We will advertise your products.
They're already getting free advertising.
With your investigation check, Gracia, while you're looking at those vendor contracts and then looking at things that Principal Terrence Squawkins has written himself, the signatures don't quite match up.
I assume we all have smartphones, right? Like I know Rafreak's the camera guy, but we can pull out a smartphone and take a photo of that.
Yeah, you can pull out a smartphone and take a photo of that.
Yeah.
I'm live streaming like 75% of the time.
Come on, that's not going to get the newspaper views.
Did you find something?
Wait.
Yeah, look at this.
Brenham, are you live streaming this right now?
No, I said 75% of the time. This is not one of those times.
We are
every time she's like doing her just when like she's doing her makeup or combing her hair, like we're doing shit in the background, but she's doing her makeup and live streaming.
This is not one of those moments like, hey, what's up, guys? We're currently in the principal's office, like raiding the place. Oh my god.
No, there's still a Facebook video out there though of Brenham doing her makeup and Jacques doing an elbow through a coffee table in the background.
Yep.
He's just like all motion blurred out, so it's like, what the hell is
What you find in here, or see, is that the signatures don't match up with his actual handwriting.
Bum bum bum.
Renum, look at this. And she lays it down and takes a picture of the signature comparison.
What does it mean?
It means he's not the one who signed it. I mean, he's a really good guy. I didn't think he would. I guess I thought maybe they tricked him or something. Are there any details? Like, do I notice any other details on the vendor relationships that seem sketch? Like a thing that no one who actually read it would pay attention, would sign?
This would be something that you would have to sit down and look through, because these are contracts that could probably easily be summed up in a few sentences, but there are pages upon pages upon pages of just legal speak, loopholes, backdoor deal, all kinds of stuff in these.
All right, so we're going to the copy machine.
Yeah, because I just take pictures on my phone. They're pretty good.
I feel like it'd be quicker to run it through a copier.
Either way.
Whatever's quickest. Is there like a magical copier?
There's a copy machine there that, you're just gonna have to take the staple out of the paper and run the pages through the copy machine. Not like
Unless
one
they
at a
wanna break
time.
it.
Just
Mage hand copy machine done.
Yeah.
prestidigitate the staple out of there and then
Yep.
And Brenham, when you find that candy bowl, you bump it and something activates, and you just see light forming in Principal Terrence Squawkin's chair, and then it forms the illusion that Principal Terrence Squawkins is sitting there.
Holy
And-
heavens!
Yeah.
Does it
googly
make any
moogly.
noise?
No, it's just sitting there at the desk with his hands crossed beneath his chin.
And mage hand poke it.
We cut to Jacques and Benny. You reach the back of the cafeteria and you find the cans of condensed milk. And the lock on this one is not a very difficult lock. It's a cheap master lock that someone picked up from Walmart.
Hell yeah.
Easy mode.
Yeah. Do you need to roll sleight of hand for this?
No, you don't.
Okay.
You just get a quick jab in there with your thieves tools and it pops right open. And there are some large cans of condensed milk in there, small cans, and then the rest of it is just bulk order vegetables and stuff. Bulk order canned goods for school lunches.
So I think we need to take the large cans because they might take longer to heat up, but also they're going to make the bigger explosions. And we want the big booms.
Big
boom.
boobs.
Oh, I mean, yes, but also not relevant. Big boom, booms.
Boom.
Big booma. Okay, booma. Anyway, so yeah, I'm thinking, how many of these do we want to set up, Jacques?
How many hot plates do you think we can get from Hopkins?
I mean, how many, Gary, would you say that Dr. Hopkins has in his lab?
It's let's see, classes are probably about 30 students each in the school, split between...
A lot.
A lot, yeah.
I'd say you can probably get 10 out of there, out of his personal classroom. Any other classrooms, you'll probably find another set of 10.
Okay.
What
and I've also...
What I was thinking, explosions, the bigger ones will take longer. We can set up the bigger ones and then set up small ones.
Yeah, maybe
Late
set up
explosions.
Yeah, I like that idea. I also had a thought of depending on how many we set up, we could maybe set up some smaller ones in some of the classrooms that are closer to where they are now, and set up the larger ones a little bit further away so they hear the smaller explosions first, and then the big explosion, and then go to check those out. So it takes them further away and takes them longer to investigate. But I also like the idea of a delayed explosion in the same area. So, yeah, so we could set up the small ones and the big ones in the same rooms together. So at first it's
The
just a
more
little pop, and then they come in. And what was that?
More explosions, the better. There's 6 of them, and they
Yeah.
looked fairly competent in what they're doing. So, and
Yeah.
I don't want to get my ass kicked.
Yeah,
because this
me
is
neither.
The same day as our fight with Amy, right?
Yep.
I am capped on resources.
Yeah. Okay, that sounds like a plan. So let's grab, I would say, maybe like 5 big cans, 5 small cans. That sound good?
Sounds good.
All right, cool. I'll grab the 5 big cans. Jacques grabs the 5 small ones. And then book it to Dr. Peter Hopkins' classroom, and he should still be in there, right? Like, he went back into the school.
And he snuck
Or his-
back out with the equipment.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
that's
went
right, he
in
did.
and then, like, went right back out.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, so then we sneak in there and grab all 10 of the hot plates and meet back up with Gracia and Brenham at the principal's office.
We also have the janitor's closet at our disposal.
Yeah, we do.
So when you walk back into the principal's office, you see Principal Terrence Squawkins sitting at his desk with his fingers crossed beneath his chin.
Oh, hello, Mr. Ikari.
Gracia, when you poked him earlier, you actually felt your hand go through.
Benny is gonna kind of like take a step back, but then look over to Brenham and Gracia and be like, "Did you two know he was here? Like,
I
is
just
he okay
poked
with
through
this?"
him again.
Ooh.
You see the image wave a bit when her hand goes through.
Oh, damn, that's new.
Can I fiddle with the candy bowl then?
Yeah, you fiddle with the candy bowl and, like, on the table near it, you see the device that is sort of like a link between this room and another device somewhere else, but it seems like the device on the other end isn't being controlled. The one in this room, you don't really feel like you can remove either.
What?
A couple of days ago, though, when I met with him, I brought him some snacks and he picked them up and he moved them. So a few days ago, I guess he was actually here, or at least a better illusion than this. And she waves her hand back and forth through him again.
Now I'm gonna videotape this. We need proof.
Don't live stream it, just record to phone.
Live streaming would be bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just recording.
Mage hand wave through him versus so she's out of frame.
And before you start setting off, like, the condensed milk, is there anything else you want to try to investigate in the school?
We made copies of all the vendor relationships or vendor contracts.
I at some point would want to shoot a text to Bull and see if he was able to get out of the mayhem.
Oh yeah, Bull made it out.
He was eating the Toblerones on the ground.
Like, you just get the reply from Bull that says,
"Oh, you know me, always on the grind. Keep it 100, dog."
Lord help.
Eating the floor barones.
Can you check
God, I hate it here.
the morning newsroom to see if Topher left the camera in there?
yeah, you can check the morning newsroom. Do you all?
Camera in there. I wanted to look at the footage.
Yeah, if you all want to go check the morning newsroom out, you can roll investigation checks and just let me know what you're investigating for.
What do you want to find? I could locate it.
Well, I don't know if he has it or if he left it in the school. I mean, it makes sense that he would leave it at the school, but I don't know.
He might not have had a chance to go back by there.
Yeah, so I'm not sure.
Is there like a computer in the news broadcasting room?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to roll an investigation check. Hey, that's a 17. And I would like to see if the footage from the camera has been loaded onto the computer and stored there so that if necessary, we can view it and delete anything that might be
Incriminating.
potentially incriminating. Yeah.
Brenham, the camera you're looking for is probably like over in the interview area where there's these two couches set up for them to interview people for the morning announcements. Gracia, Jacques, is there anything in particular you were looking for?
I'm just gonna assist in any investigation checks because I don't know.
Hello? Is it me you're looking for?
But Brenham, what did you roll for the camera investigation?
Let's see. Investigation 19.
19. Yeah, you definitely find his camera.
I should know where it is if it is there.
Yeah, like you're looking through it and you find like different video clips from the underground casino, like the two of them or like William practicing his news story for the expose on the underground casino. An entire video of you as a party giving Amy the business.
Maybe we should delete that or move it.
It does show where Amy did come in hot at the beginning of that, so she's also to blame, but
Just cut it at that part.
like cutting it at that part is just going to show her like coming in to stop what may be some illegal school gambling.
So
We just re-edit it with X gonna give it to you.
can I just? I mean, like because it's a newsroom with daily morning news camera type stuff. There's got to be a way to copy it. I just copy the thing, then we have a copy, and then I can edit the original.
They had a hard drive too. We should make sure to look for it.
Benny, that is where you come in. Roll your investigation
Hey.
check.
Oh, I'd rolled the investigation check already. It was a 17.
17.
Mm-hmm.
Like you find a folder that has the videos from the casino in it, and you find. So in your investigation, you have enough time to find the folder with the videos in it, but you also find a folder on Halo and the facility that was underneath the school.
Oh.
So you can like if we're on a clock here, you probably have time to do like go into one and not the other, and may have to come back, like loop back to it.
Could I like copy and paste both of them to like a flash drive?
Yes, you could.
Okay, I'm gonna copy and paste both of the folders to a flash drive, and then delete the one with the casino footage.
Got him.
Got him.
And Jock, you were just assisting in
Wherever necessary. Yeah, because I feel pretty useless here.
Can I look around for a magnet and put it near the stuff so
I
that they
was
think
thinking
like
that
something
too.
dumb? They think that's what happened.
You're just gonna wreck all their stuff with a magnet?
Yes. And
No, we're not wrecking everything with a magnet.
we're just going to leave one
I'm-
just yeah.
I'm not
Just
saying
nearby.
you can't do it.
He's just slightly appalled.
Just
don't
nearby,
wanna-
so they're like, "Oh, that's what erased the stuff."
We're not
No.
breaking anything irreparably.
No, just nearby. So they blamed the magnet that was here.
Benny also in the little computer room in the back of the morning announcements room. You see just this gaudy green square carpet.
I'm gonna like kind of dry heave a little bit, like ugh. Be tempted to cough up a hairball on it, but I'm going to abstain because that would be a dead giveaway of who was here. Just a little bit.
And Gracia, I forgot if I asked, were you looking for anything, Gracia?
I think we found all the main things. I guess I'll just look around their like front desk thing and see if I see anything like, I don't know, that we'd want them to not have. Their little newscasting desk.
Just roll me
Hey,
an
what do you mean by
investigation check.
them?
Hey, quick question.
The ones who aren't in the room.
Where it happened.
Question, Benny. Yes.
Yes. Close is the news broadcasting room to the place, to the bathrooms, to the place where all the guards are posted up.
You probably have like maybe 5 or 6 classrooms worth of distance between you and the place where the guards are. You're like at opposite, I wouldn't say opposite corners, but like opposite sides of the school, just in corners.
Okay.
There's nothing stopping us from creating a caramel bomb in here.
That's what I was about to say. Is it close enough that they would hear it if we created a caramel bomb in here?
A large one, yes.
Okay.
And a large one, if you do a large one in this room, it will do some damage.
Oh, goody. We love to see that.
Do you want to leave it in the room with the computer? Or do you want to leave it like in the other room with like some cameras and other film equipment?
Well, let me consult with Brenham on this, because she works with this team in particular, so she would know whether it would be a better idea to destroy one computer or a whole room's worth of camera equipment.
Why do we need to do either? I would say one computer, though, if I have to choose.
Okay. I mean, it would also destroy this gaudy ass carpet, so I'm fine with that. Oh,
Because we can replace the computer. The camera equipment is more expensive.
yeah. Well, and also they don't exactly have anywhere to store the files until they get a new computer, so
You don't have to leave a caramel bomb in this room exactly, because like you're in a whole corner of the school right now. This corner like involves other classrooms.
Yeah, but these guys are
library.
dicks.
But the carpet, the rug, the ugly
You're
rug.
assuming the carpet in other places is better. Like, have you actually gone into any of the classrooms?
Yes.
Yeah, don't some of the bathrooms have carpet in them?
Listen,
No.
That's the worst.
listen. We have multiple caramel bombs to set up. So we don't have to only destroy one piece of gaudy carpeting. We can destroy all of them.
Benny, I kind of like this room. Maybe we don't destroy it.
Okay, fine. Fine. We'll leave this one alone.
You know that the room next door is the teacher's lounge.
Oh, we'll destroy the teacher's lounge. Yeah. After. Well, okay. Actually, wasn't there something about there being an underground passage between the teacher's lounge and the
Back to the
casino?
chicken biscuits.
Yeah. Where it all started was at the chicken biscuits.
Yep.
Well, it was rumored that there is a underground tunnel that leads into the teacher's lounge, but also, yes, the teacher's lounge is where the chicken biscuits were stored for the student council.
Cooler.
So there's sneaky happenings going on in the teacher's lounge.
But if
So-
the passages, we can use those to get to other classrooms and hopefully.
We just never wrote about the sneaky happenings because no student wants to know about sneaky happenings in the teacher's lounge. That's gross.
Well, and also we kind of got sidetracked with the whole underground casino thing. So
When-
A more fun story.
well, and like there's also the connection to I completely lost my train of thought. Anyway, yeah.
Benny, I have a question for you.
Yes.
How focused is Benny on the carpet right now?
Why do you ask?
Well, you were talking about dry heaving on it, and you really
Oh,
seem focused on destroying this carpet.
yeah.
I want to genuinely know how focused on the carpet is Benny.
Oh, she hates it. She's like, this is unacceptably gaudy.
Roll me an investigation check with advantage.
Oh, hell yeah. That is a nat motherfucking 20.
You're fixated on this carpet.
Just for
You
funsies.
notice some raised areas in the middle of that carpet. And when you go to lift the carpet, you see a trap door.
Bum,
Bum, bum, bum.
bum, bum. So Benny is going... Mhm.
Do you think they pick ugly carpet just so people won't look and notice this?
I would think that ugly carpet would make it more noticeable. At
Nope.
least it did for me. But yeah,
Nope.
by the way, after my nat 20, that was a 29 to investigation, BT dubs.
God
Yeah,
I'm here a lot. I definitely ignored the carpet because it's ugly.
I am a
See?
heckin' Snoopy boy.
Snoople boop.
Beneath the trap door, you can hear like a huge empty tunnel.
Ooh. Do we want to be sus? Do we want to pull in a Mogus?
Oh my
And
god,
go
I want to
through the
go in
vents.
that tunnel. I need to go in this tunnel.
Yeah.
Secret tunnel.
Secret tunnel.
I mean, we assume
Um,
it goes to the teacher's lounge, right? That's how they did the whole thing. Is everyone else thinking what I'm thinking?
That
Maybe.
makes the most sense.
Probably. Well, and Benny is going to absolutely go into the next room and get Brenham, Gracia, and Jacques' attention and be like, hey guys, I found something.
Through or follow and invest.
Let's go.
Down the rabbit hole.
Down the tabaxi hole.
Down the
What?
half rabbit hole.
Yeah.
I don't want to go down anyone's hole.
Ow, chicken, ow, ow, ow.
Benny just pops up out the other end with a carrot in her hand going, what's up, Doc?
So you take some stairs down into this long corridor. And in the middle of the corridor, you see a large sealed door. Like, you have a square-shaped area that you're in once you go down into the tunnel. And then you see that it narrows into a corridor, and, like, in the middle of the corridor on the wall to, like, your right when you're walking straight ahead is a large, like, metal vault door.
Ooh.
Doop-a-doop. I'm going to go see what that's about. At some point, we got to set up these caramel bombs. But until then...
Yep.
I mean, this happened. It's fine. We have time.
So, Gary, you said that it's sealed.
Yes.
What check would I need to do to see, like, what kind of seal is on it or lock is on it?
Like, this is some sort of locking mechanism beyond your comprehension at the moment.
Okay.
It seems to be like a mix of Magitech, regular technology, and like something that scans your iris as well.
Oh, gotcha.
That kind
The
of tech. Like not necessarily it has to scan, but checks you on 3 different wavelengths.
Right. The architect. That's what I was thinking of earlier. What was the freaking architect that is also
Architect.
tied into all of this? Yes, the architect. Because I'm wondering if like this door has something to do with them. Yeah. So that is of note that there is a passage to the morning news broadcasting room that leads down here, and then we assume as well that the other end leads to
There is
teacher's
a
lounge.
door on the other end, like a set of stairs and a door on the other end.
Okay. Shall we go to the teacher's lounge and set up our first caramel bomb? Hell yeah.
So, how are you approaching this teacher's lounge situation? Are you going in with a stealth approach? Are you just like knocking in the door and setting up the caramel bomb? How do you want to go about this?
I'm definitely attempting to be stealthy. Like, I don't... Just because I saw guards at one point and have not spotted anywhere else, I'm like, that doesn't mean that they don't have them posted up, especially if we're coming up from the bottom. So yeah, I'm trying to be as stealthy as I can be.
All right, Benny, are you going at this solo?
I wasn't
Or are
planning
you-
to.
Like,
I feel like we'd be behind her.
Yeah, I just shooped over here.
So you all want to enter the teacher's lounge as a group.
Stealthily.
We want to listen to it first.
Maybe let me go up to the top of the stairs first by myself. And
We
kind
should
of
listen in.
press my ear to the door.
If
And
stealth
what
rolls
ears you
are
have.
going to happen,
Yes.
I should be last.
All the better to hear you with, my dear. Yeah, so do I need to make a stealth roll, Gary?
Did you want to listen in first, or did you want to stealth in?
I kind of wanted to listen in first.
All right, roll me a DC 16 perception.
Okay. Well, I got an 18 on perception.
You can hear like mechanical whirring in the other room, and like just the sound of someone talking to themselves a bit.
Does the voice sound familiar at all?
Garden time. Guard the room. Guard, guard, guard.
So there's somebody guarding the teacher's lounge.
It's Dan.
It's another Dan.
Those
Dan
damn
number 3.
Dans.
Benny is going to come back down the stairs and kind of do that, like, the sideways swipe of your hand where you're like, doesn't work. And just let the group know there is someone guarding the room up there. Are there any outlets in this underground passageway?
There are not.
Damn. Okay.
You kind of hear one last thing from the guy in there, and it's President's throne sure looks nice.
Interesting.
All right, but you all decide to set up the caramel bombs.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's going to be our next step.
All right, we'll say that you managed to get some set up throughout the school without being detected by guards, since
Caramel bombing.
you know about the guys in the teacher's lounge, or guy. So you have the caramel bomb set off to like stagger off, correct?
Yeah, basically. Like, the larger ones are going to go off after the smaller ones.
All right, I'm not even going to make you roll for it. You all pull the guards away from the bathrooms, and now you have a chance to go in there and check out things uninterrupted.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Let's
But-
go.
The thing that you notice when you get in and go to the last stall in each bathroom, like after making your way through the yellow caution tape, is the wall in the stalls has already been replaced. Like, it doesn't open like a door
What?
anymore.
Oh my goodness.
So that, our point of access to the underground casino, for all that we know, is completely cut off. And so is it just basically like a solid wall? We don't see any switches or anything?
You don't see any switches or anything, but then, like, out of the corner of your eye, from underneath the stall, you see this mirror-like liquid snaking its way up to you, and then do any of you let the liquid make contact with you?
Hell no!
Mage hand,
I don't trust that
mage
shit.
hand poke. Gracious
said
signature, mage hand poke.
No.
Oh wait, didn't a couple of people get vials to take samples?
Yeah, we
Yes.
did.
What if we got a sample of the liquid?
I think it's sentient.
That's
A little treat in there. Lure it in.
What
I'm-
type of traits do you have?
We got
Toblerones,
chips. Yeah, we could crumble up some chips and stick it in there. It seems to like those.
Offer it some hot fries.
Yeah,
Some flaming hot cheeseums?
some flaming hot cheeseums.
According to my inventory, I have 9 bags of chips, and I suppose I would have left. I'm not carrying the Toblerones around. Let's assume she
they're-
set those down somewhere.
They're far too big.
not
Yeah,
when they're 10
Those are in
pounds
Benny's
apiece.
car in her trunk.
Or up
Or
Burnham.
away.
Yeah.
Burnham's.
Who's reaching out and making the offering of flaming hot cheeseums to the mirror-like goop?
Mage hand seems the smart method, if y'all want.
Yeah, okay.
Mage hand.
Gracia, when the liquid makes contact with the chips, it touches your mage hand as well, and you see a familiar spark of wild magic go off. And then, Gracia, you're sitting on the Marta again, opposite Tori.
Oh, you're okay. Can I get up and hug her?
Yeah, she just kind of sits there looking at you. Like there's a bit of a 1,000-yard stare there. But, like, she feels your happiness and reacts to that. Like, she's happy as well, but there's still a bit of that 1,000-yard stare there.
Are you stuck down in the casino still?
Thank you for the chips and for being my friend.
Of course, I'm your friend, so I want to make sure you're okay.
Gracia, when you look to the left and to the right, you see other train cars. And in those other train cars, you see other Tories talking to other students.
Do I recognize any of the other students?
They seem to look like students that were trying to flee the underground casino as the stuff was going down. You actually see Valerie in the train car to your right, and then to the left, you see like one of the guards. And then you notice that in each of those train cars, Tori's, I guess, movements and general demeanor reflect those of the student that she's in the train car with. And out in the like vastness of space that you see outside the window of the Marta, you see more pinpricks of light opening in the sky like stars.
Well, if you come with me, I can bring you. I have a lot more chips that I bought. We were going to do a chip tasting. So why don't you come back with me?
I'm trying to find my way back, but it's hard.
Well, the other time we said we were friends and that we'd be friends forever, and that helped you. And I try to reach out and like grab her hands.
You grab her hands up, and then she starts to go back into that 1,000-yard stare, and then she says,
I feel, or is it you that feels like a spare right now? Kind of lonely.
Oh, yeah, but hey, if one of the wheels breaks, then I can be the spare wheel, so it's okay.
Is there someone that your family values more, or do you just feel that way?
Well, I didn't go to public school because they wanted to spend more time with me. But it's okay, I have friends like you here now.
and then you, for a brief second, see Tori's face turn into your sister's face, and then you're back in the school with everyone else.
I think Tori's okay, but not okay. And everyone's not okay.
What does that mean?
I was back on the train with her, but she didn't come back this time.
Have any idea what is on with the rest of us?
I mean, I think it's the halo and the snacks and something about Tori's own power, but I don't really know.
What if we all touch the liquid?
Maybe we
Or
could
what
all
if
pull her
we-
back?
What if we all go at the same time? See if we end up in the same place.
I grab Brenham's hand.
I don't know that I love this plan, but I'm
Come on,
also
Benny.
not sure what else we could do.
Let's do it.
Okay, I guess. I was kind of freaked out by it the last time, so.
We I can grab Jacques and you can grab Benny and we'll just like chain it and then like
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm the only one who has not expressed.
I was
And,
actually just thinking that I don't think that Jacques has had this experience yet.
and just gently touch it.
Have you ever been on Marta before? And then we jump in.
So you all touch it, and you all end up in your own separate Marta car with Tori.
Guess that answers that.
Wasn't as planned.
And how do each of you feel in the moment?
Personally, I'm excited because this is weird and fun.
the Tory in the car, like in the Marta car with you, is happy and excited. What about Benny?
Benny kind of has that shit, here we go again kind of feeling. She's feeling a little like she doesn't understand it, so it's uncomfortable and unfamiliar. And so she's feeling a little nervous.
And the Tory in the car with you is also nervous and just kind of says,
Well, I guess here we go again.
what about Jacques?
The vast emptiness just really rubs him wrong and makes him incredibly uncomfortable. So he's just like not knowing how to take it.
Yeah, it's just you and Tory in a train car that seems to be driving through an infinite void of space with more and more stars appearing in the sky.
Is this normal for you? Like, what the hell?
I don't think I know what normal is anymore. I'm feeling I don't want to end up like him. I'm just a washed up adventurer. That's not who I want to.
And Gracia, how are you feeling in this moment?
She's excited to see Tori again, but she feels a bit like a failure that like she can, we convinced Benny and Jock to jump in and she can't get Tori out. So she's like still excited to find Tori again, but she feels like she's let her down. And she really feels like she's let Valerie down because she's trapped over wherever.
Like you're here in the train car with Tori and she's excited, but she also feels like she's letting you down.
I don't know what I expected.
I'm sorry, I'm double letting you down now. I can't get you out and I have you stuck here.
We can't save our friends, we can't save our parents. Like, what is there for us?
We'll find a way to save our friends. We'll figure it out.
What can we do, Tori? What can I do to help you? I need help too.
Brenham, I think we're great. We're gonna do great. I mean, just look at us. We're above a lot of people, and we don't give ourselves enough credit for that. Just look at how beautiful we are.
And then Tori's face turns into your face, Brenham.
Okay, let's not go that far. Suddenly creeped out.
And Jock, in your car, Tori's face turns into your dad's face.
Oh, I don't like that at all.
And like it's that shock that not only boots you out of this train, but also boots the rest of the party out of the train. And that is where we'll wrap this session up.
God damn.
Benny, or Becky, what do you have to plug this week?
My Twitter. What a note to end on, good lord. It's like, okay, and emotional damage. Good night, everybody.
Are you going to change from detention master to trauma facilitator?
I mean, I just came off of watching all of Steven Universe, and that was a fucking trip, and then you go and pull that kind of shit on me?
Oh,
fuck you,
damage.
man.
But yeah, so my Twitter, sugarpuns with an underscore. It's definitely where I'm most active, but y'all can also follow me on Instagram at sugarpuns. Either one of those is fine. Much less emotionally damaging content than what you have just listened to, I promise.
Unless you start doing art of the podcast, then who knows?
I mean, it's true, but I prefer to do like funny art of the podcast.
Courtney, what do you have to plug this week?
You can find me at COTN Candy 117 and just being me this week. So that's it. Yay!
Yoko?
Yoko Mizuhara on all the important socials. You figure it out.
And Trevin?
You can find me shitposting on Twitter at oldmanstark, rambling about nonsense. You can also find me on Twitch Monday through Wednesday, 6:30 Alaska Standard Time. I am starting Hi-Fi Rush this week now that I'm back to it. Tonight will be, it's going to be way past, but Monday nights we're going to be streaming Sons of the Forest, me and a friend. And yeah, hopefully you guys can come by. And as per my contract, also get that good go-go juice from Rogue using Tithus69 as your code.
Listeners, if you want to find me, do yourselves a favor and don't. If you wish upon a star hard enough, I might just find you. But you can go check out some of the other people that have supported us so far, like Jess. You can follow on twitch.tv/JessPanda. You can follow MomoCon on its socials, Facebook, MySpace, Instagram, Twitter. Maybe they have a LinkedIn. I don't know. I should probably upgrade my LinkedIn. I have not touched that. Also, follow Kyler on Fishing After 5 on YouTube. Our buddy Jay you can find on twitch.tv/Rush918. Our buddy Ducky you can find on twitch.tv/DuckyPlease. And also check out Misty Mountain Gaming because they have some pretty sweet dice. And some of the leather bags on there are like mint. If I had disposable income right now, I would probably buy them.
If we're going to plug fucking dice creators, I have a friend who makes some amazing dice. Check out Dante Dice on Etsy. DANTYDICE.
That's Dante Dice. I'm going to check that out once I'm done with this. If I don't fall asleep immediately.
They roll really well for me, the ones that I've gotten.
But, players, let's give a jumbled, that was a fun session. I had fun. Did you have fun?
Emotional damage.
Emotional damage.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody.